Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I hope you guys are awesome. I am multitasking again today for today's live coaching call. I'm recording on Zoom, which is going to go directly into my YouTube channel, across all my platforms, in my email. So if you're not across my email marketing, if you're not across my subscriptions, please comment below with your email address and I'll make sure that you're added in. And also I'm going live here on Instagram because I'm trying something new. So if you're joining me, if you're seeing me pop up and you're seeing the title, Why Are Some Habits Easier to Perform Than Others? Please pop in your favorite emoji, say hi, and let me know how your holidays are going. We are 4 sleeps away from the Easter Bunny. Is anyone else more excited than their kids right now? I've had the most amazing week. I've had my brother and his family rock up, surprise us, and they're staying with us. So my boys are super excited. I'm super excited. And we get to spend a really great holiday period with all of our favorite people. So to everyone jumping on, thank you for coming in. It's going to be a great session today. So pop on in and let me know in the comments which, off the top of your head, without thinking, all right, what do you think is one of your habits that you think you find that you can't perform as well as others? Is it moving your body? Is it drinking 2 liters of water? Is it writing? Is it meditating? Is it journaling? Is it whatever is a habit that you really want to give a go? What is one that you just can't seem to either start or you start and you can't stick to? And I'm going to let you in on some secrets in today's session. So if you're brand new to Inspired Lifestyles, welcome everybody. My name is Claire Bird. I am the Chief Inspiration Officer here at Inspired Lifestyles, bringing together over 20 years corporate management, people management experience, project management experience. I'm also a small business owner right here in Melbourne with my husband. I am a mum of 2 boys, which is why I'm about to get on a couple of hours earlier than my scheduled time so I can go out and enjoy the day on the school holidays. So thank you for joining me. These are free resources, so use them to your advantage. You know, if you're not using a free resource to better yourself, then you're crazy because you shouldn't have to pay for everything. If you're a client of mine, welcome, ladies. You are going to be in for a cracker today. So over this course of this month, I have launched Activate Your Feminine CEO, which is my brand new 6-week activation series where I share all the tips of how I went from both an entry-level role to a corporate leadership role without going to uni, and how I've managed to survive 2 years of Melbourne lockdowns, COVID, kids, all of these habits to still have this thriving while recovering from burnout, anxiety, and depression. So I've got some great tips that keep my mind silenced, that keep me growing, even in an environment where I feel like I'm being pushed. So if this is for you, if you know someone that wants to be exactly like this, please tag them and share them. It's great as we go along. So today is all about habits. So why are some habits easier to perform than others? It's not that you're a failure. We are not failures, okay? If you haven't created a habit or you haven't cemented your habit, all right, you haven't set out to achieve. It could be a couple of things. All right, it's not that you're slow, it's not that you're unfit, it's not that you're stupid, it's not that you're not good enough. Okay, because self-worth is, well, I'm not good enough is one of my bad languages that I speak to myself still. Okay, it's all the triggering that I go through every day. So it's not because I'm not good enough. It's perhaps I've set the bar too high for myself then. If you haven't been to the gym for a while and you want to get an exercise routine up, then you need to start small. You cannot expect to go from top to bottom in a week because you're either going to injure yourself or you're just going to hate it because it's really difficult. So that's why you need to align yourself with coaches, with PTs, with people that are going to really understand the struggles. If you are like me, a busy working mum, that time is sometimes not your best friend, but you need to make that time. All right. So don't set the bar too high on habits that you know are unachievable. Okay. Hands up in the comments. And if you're watching this on the replay too, let me know. It is really important for us to understand that it is a process. My beautiful coach and Terry Messenger is a phenomenal mentor to me. We are here for the marathon, not the sprint. We are an athlete, as she tells us. Now, someone who puts too much pressure on herself, someone who decides or who every day rocks up and will go to the 1,000,000th percentile first, I need to be reined back in. Okay, it's not ever going to happen. And then I sit back and I think, well, why didn't it work? Probably because I'm not good enough in terms of the skill set yet. I haven't learned all the moving parts. So I can't be an expert in something or can't perform at my peak if I haven't learned the little steps to get there as well. So that's an important part. You are not slow, you are not unfit, you are not stupid, you are good enough. It's just that we haven't learned the steps of C, D, E, and F between A and Z. All right. You're trying to simply perform at an entry level, right? Your skill set is an entry level and your mindset is an expert. And we need to kind of try and figure out the stuff in between. We can't walk into a new job and walk up to the CEO and say, I'm taking your job. It just doesn't work like that, guys. We've got to learn the skills in between. Sometimes those skills are actual practical skills. Sometimes they are mindset. Sometimes they are attitude. And sometimes there are skills that you don't want to learn. Yeah, the art of listening, the art of loving, the art of being passionate and intimate, the art of whatever it is, communicating is really, really important to learn. So if you're struggling right now and you've gone, you know what, I've tried this habit over the last few years, I want you to pop in the comments just one habit that you would like to know. For me, it was about moving my body. I'd tried gyms multiple times. I've always played sport, but as a busy mum, I always put myself last. And then it was, I don't have time. I can't be bothered. I'm too tired. I'll start Monday, tomorrow, next week, maybe next year. And it wasn't until I hooked into my coach, I wasn't going to say hooked up because that's not true, hooked into the coach that I work with who helps me with my physical health, that I understood I don't need to be a bodybuilder, that I don't need to be a professional athlete to feel good, to feel strong. And this is what he has taught me. And it's taken a long time. I've been working with him for nearly 12 months now. Okay, so these 8-week, 6-week challenges are not going to get you to where you want. We need to run the marathon. They're great if that is what you want. They're not for me, right? I need only something about 3 or 4 days a week, and I don't do cardio. So if you ever see me running, mate, something's going on. I never run. I'm all about strength training as well. So my 3 steps, okay, to chase the right habit. And this is what I've had to learn. Swallow that bitter pill, suck it up, girlfriend, and learn these habits. So one is your ability. You need to understand that even old dogs need to learn new tricks, right? I'm going to be 40 this year, and I've got a 6 and a 10-year-old, sorry, that keep me on my toes. But there are still lots I need to learn in life, whether it's communication, love, physical abilities too. And there's lots I don't know. So you need to set the right intention. You cannot set the intention if you can't perform the basic task. So if you want to write a book, but you don't love writing, or you don't know how to start a dialogue, or if you don't know how to journal, you need to learn that art of journaling before you write your book. Otherwise, it's going to be half-assed, and you know what happens when a habit or when you do something that's half-assed, you probably should have just let it go for that day. So really, really set an intention that is based on your ability or aligned with your ability. All right, so start off mastering all the little steps. Okay, kids, somehow it feels like they go from newborn to running around in a blink of an eye, but there's not. Okay, there's tummy time, that's holding their heads up, it's sitting up, it's eating, it's moving, it's crawling, it's walking, and then running. So these are the baby evolution. We can see it every single day. We need to have that mindset too. So we need to be gentle enough with ourselves and love ourselves enough to know that it's going to take time for us to eat, to get to where we want to go. If you want to get healthier and get stronger, it's a process that's going to take 6 months at least. Yeah, but your intention should be rock up to the gym 3 times a week and add more weight every 1 to 2 weeks. That's your intention. That's how you know you get stronger. Running an extra 5 minutes, being able to walk an extra 5 minutes a week is going to be amazing. You know, drinking an extra half a liter of water a week, if you really struggle drinking water, is going to be great. Writing paragraphs and then adding a paragraph if that is something that you want to get to. So it's all about little steps and little increments that will look when you reward yourself, when you go back and recognize your progress, because that's the important part of success as well, is making sure that, oh gosh, look at what I was able to do today. That's important. Okay, start with light exercise before you tackle the mountain. There's a reason that people train for Kokoda, people train to climb Mount Everest. Yeah, people like me aren't just going to jump on a plane and climb Mount Everest tomorrow. It doesn't happen. You've got to train for that. That's the mindset we need to tackle for anything that we want to do, because that's going to build the champion mindset that we really need to foster, and the high performance mindset too. So that's number 1. It's all about our ability. We are good enough. We can do it. We just need to be a little bit more kinder to ourselves. Second one is our desire. If you don't want to do that habit and you are doing it because it's someone else's, it is going to fail 150% of the time. Guaranteed. Yeah. If someone wants you to do something you don't want to do, if you're like me, if you don't want to do something and someone's telling you to do it, it's a half-assed effort. All right. So do you really, really want to achieve this habit? Or are you following the crowd? Are you doing it because Instagram tells you to? Are you doing it because so-and-so tells you to? If you don't understand why you're doing it, don't do it. If you don't have that desire, that passion, that want, you're never going to do it, ever. So don't push yourself to do something that is not something you really want to do. And it's okay to do something that no one else wants to do. It's okay to have a belief that no one else has. It's okay to do something that people go, that's not what I would do, because we're individuals. Imagine the world if we were all the same. Pretty bloody boring. Yeah, there's lots of things that I do that people don't understand, and that's okay because I'm me. I don't really care. As long as I'm healthy, I'm happy, and I'm safe, that's all that matters. Okay, so that's the first thing. Do you really want to change that when we look at our desire? Second thing is, why do you want to change this behavior, this thought, this habit? Why do you want to implement this habit? You've got to have a reason. Yeah, and get into it because you want to feel better, but why? So there's always 7 steps. Ask yourself 7 why questions and you'll get to the core point. And if it's a behavioral change, if it's something that you don't want to, it's probably inherited legacy of, well, I grew up around that and that's not what I want for my kids, right? So think of it that way. Get really in depth because it's going to be that fire to force you to go forward. If you really don't want to do something and you have the power to go and do something else, please just go do it. Yeah. If you have the power to change your generational baggage, do it. Do it, do it, do it. Okay. And then find what you love. If you love baking, if you love creating, if you love drawing, I'm an analytical person, but I speak creatively. Okay. Find that passion. And it's okay to not follow the crowd. Like we said before, our desires are very, very different. We can have best friends, we can have soulmates, we can have lovers, we can have brothers, sisters, mothers, and all have different things. You can also have something different that everyone around you doesn't have. That's okay. Imagine what we would say to our kids. So if our kids were saying, yeah, but I want to do this, but none of my friends are, what would you say to that? We know 100% we would say, follow your heart. But why are we not saying that same information? So really stick back to it. All right. You've got to have the ability. You've got to have the desire to change. All right. That desire is big. And the third thing is mastery equation. So habits plus deliberate. I've only had one coffee. Habits plus your deliberate practice every day equals you being able to master that habit, that behavioral change, that want. All right. Action and intentional practice. You cannot just think, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. You've got to get your big girl pants on, put one foot in front of the other and do it. Okay. This will make you move closer to your intention. So every day we should be waking up with an intention. Talk about goals and all that sort of stuff, but every day you have an intention. And my everyday intention is usually linked to a word. So I will journal that in the morning. What does my world, usually my intention, if I've got a lot of work on, is focus, because I get distracted by all these shiny things and washing and kids and all these things, and I never get to do what I want to do. So habits plus deliberate practice. I've got to constantly retrain my brain to tell it that I actually am good enough, that I don't need to do all of my to-do list today. And because my fear of failure, it will speak louder and push me. My heart voice, my soul needs rest. Yeah. So if you can rest and incorporate that a part of your daily habit, you are going to go further than those that keep pushing, because they're obviously avoiding. If you cannot sit back and reflect, you're not reflecting on good, bad, or indifferent. You are not looking at areas of improvement either. So mastering equation also means you need to make your habits obvious. So if you want to write, put your pen and paper out in the morning. If you want to move your body, get your gym gear ready. If you want to drink 2 liters of water, go to Kmart and buy a 2-liter jug and leave it on the bench. Add water, add lemon, whatever you want to it. Make it obvious, because if your brain and your eyes can see it, you'll go, okay, well, it's not that difficult. Yeah. If I want more time in the morning, I make lunches at night and I get uniforms ready at night. Yeah. If I want a calm morning, I've got to do something. If I want this, all right, I've got to be able to do here earlier. So I've got to spend more time here to get time here. All right. You've really got to master that. So really get down to it. What do you want? Why do you want it? Why? Just because isn't a good enough reason. Okay. It's like when our kids are naughty, why did you do it? And it gets really angry. That anger we need to get with ourselves. Why do we want it? Why do you want to change? Why do you want to change your behavior? Why do you want to change your mindset? Why do you want to change your body? Why? Get to a 2-year-old that asks why questions all the time, right? Practice. And the last bit of mastering the equation is rewarding and recognizing your progress. Hands up if you are like me and you don't realize how amazing you are. I'm getting there, but rewarding your progress by having a day off a week will take you further than you could ever imagine. Okay, imagine this. We are CEOs, right? If you haven't followed along and you're not playing the game of what Claire Burton Inspired Lifestyle is, Activate Your Feminine CEO is launched. It is my 6-week activation series where I show you, like I said at the start of this live, the simple steps that I do every single day that I get to and allows me to be a mum of 2 boys, own multiple businesses, still has the triggers of burnout, depression, and anxiety, and I get over those. And I still have time to go to the gym, eat with my family, have time for me every day. There's no life hacks. There's no secret sauce, magical unicorn going on here. I'm a normal mum. I just managed to get 30 hours out of a 24-hour day and I still sleep. So that's what Activate Your Feminine CEO is. It's all about the little hacks. Yeah. Working harder now for the rewards later. So that's what we need to do. Okay. Making your habits getting back to my point is rewarding and recognizing is super, super important. CEOs always, how do they motivate their staff? They are clear, they are direct, they're compassionate, and they reward. You need to be the same with yourself. Be clear with your intentions, be direct with the language that you use, and be direct with your actions that you take. Be compassionate with yourself enough to give yourself a day off and reward yourself in the progress. Yeah, simple. Sounds simple, right? But it's no hard work on these ones. So this is what activating CEO is. This is what we are already the CEO. We are the mothers, the wives, the lovers, the shopkeepers, the housekeepers, the cooks, the PAs. Anyone else a PA to their kids right now? Hard work, but we can do it. Yeah. I'm just here to show you that there's some life hacks you need to do. There's some language changes and there's some tough conversations you need to have with you to get you from where you are to where you want to be. Okay. You and I are no different. We're not. Promise. Some areas you're actually better than me. It's just that I've taken some brave steps because I know where I don't want to be. Okay. And I know who I don't want to be with. I know who I don't want to surround myself with. I know I don't want to be around drama, conflict, constant worry, constant planning, thinking. I want to be present. I want to be loving. I want to be compassionate. I want to be strong. And I don't want to be in a place where I didn't have control, where I didn't have say in what I could do. I had to live my life. I had the have to mindset. I get the lifestyle now. I have the get to mindset. And that's really important. So please let me know. I'm going to drop a link in the comments, okay, to Activate Your Feminine CEO. I want you to take a look. It doesn't cost you anything to take a look, have a read, and let me know if that sounds like something you want to join us with. It is a great activation series, practical habits. I'm not here to waste your time, but I'm here to be really direct. There's a reason why I managed to go from entry level to coaching and mentoring 30 people in a team. And I'm going to bring all that to you. So trust that this information has been incredible. Thank you to everyone for joining me on Insta as well as here on the recording. And I hope you guys have a happy Easter. Indulge. Your reward this week, and I'm telling you, you're allowed to. Your reward this week is to indulge in your family and in whatever you want, because we can always come back to habits next week. Okay. Can always form those intentional habits. My homework for you is write down what you really want to do and then just embrace your family. Create a new memory, create a new legacy, create a new tradition this year. That is what I want for you. And we'll come back next week and I'll put some stuff together. But don't forget to join, sign up or have a look at the info below because you don't want to miss out on what's coming up. So enjoy your day, everybody. I will speak to you guys really soon.